Welcome back everyone to Season 10, Episode 3 of Cthulhu Death May Die, and we are playing the Shootout at the HP Corral, featuring Black Goat of the Woods as our great old one. We'll do a quick wrap-up of Turn 3, and then we'll jump right into Turn 4. Before we do, quick shout-out to Pontos Fathom Press, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Psychoanalysis of Rilya, The Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth, August Moldenhauer's 3-volume Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. Check out at the bookstore below. As usual, like and subscribe. Comments are welcome below if you notice anything interesting, if you played the game before, if you've got your own miniatures, love to see the links below. Okay, so let's jump into turn number 4. So we've got 5 digs made. I feel like we've got to thin out some of these Dark Young, or else it's going to get to be crazy. So let's have Father Luke jump in here, and he will attack the Dark Young. And he's able to do 3 damage, so he's killed this Dark Young. So that is good. So now he's got 1 hit, 1 move, and then he can actually put a dig token down. So now he can roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So he will use his third action to put the dig token, roll 6 dice, and he gets 2, 3, 4, 5. I will take a stress and try to re-roll this die. 6. And there you have it, folks. It says, if you get 6+ successes from a dig action, place the artifact token in your space. So here is the artifact token. It's Father Luke and Charlie the Dancing Girl, his companion. They have launched the artifact. And we are 1 step closer to destroying the artifact. So that would have to be on the next turn. But we can go ahead and action round for turn 4 is complete. Let's jump into Mythos. So Mythos phase for Father Luke. Dark Young Ritual. Summon a cultist at each gate. If there are not enough cultists, you choose where to summon them. So cultist, and cultist. So one, 2. There's a lot of monsters on this board. So, and this cultist now will be able to attack Father Luke. And we got our first, we have our first Elder Sign. So let's go ahead and have Investigator fight. The cultist will attack Father Luke. Does a 2 damage. Father Luke also can ignore monster abilities. No, nothing he can do with that. So he's going to take the damage. And, oops. Okay. So now, resolve end of turn. We have 1 Elder Sign. So we can move on to Helia's turn. So Helia, let's have her go with Father Luke. 1, 2. She will attack the cultist. She gets 2 insanity, but she also gets 2 hits. And the cultist is gone. And she will do an additional attack. She will get an additional attack on the artifact. So she got none. So I'm going to give her stress, and she gets a 1 damage on the artifact. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for her actions. Okay, and that will go to draw a Mythos card. So Mythos card says, if the artifact is not on the board, summon 1 cultist to your space. If it is, move the artifact toward the caves. So the artifact moves. It's like sort of floats, I guess, or transports. How do you guys see it? Leave a comment below. The artifact moves to the next space going toward the cave, where we've got a haunting horror there. So, and another thing is no Elder Sign. So this is very much focused on getting seems like there's a lot of the Shootout at the HP Corral cards that are non-Elder Sign cards, so that means it drags the game out longer, and it's focusing more on the game mechanic. So it's pretty cool game mechanic. That's going to wrap it up for her Mythos phase. She does get to draw a Discovery card, and she gets she doesn't have the artifacts already on the board, so she has to gain, when you claim this condition, move one space toward the artifact. Okay, so she's on the same space as the artifact, and then she gets to move one space towards the artifact as well. So that works out. And that's going to be the end of her turn. There is no, not yet an Elder end of turn. So let's go into turn 5. Back to Father Luke. Father Luke is going to move to the artifact, and he is going to attack it. So let's have him roll. And he also has the ability to discard this artifact and deal 3 wounds to the. So he discards this artifact. He deals 3 wounds to the artifact, and he also he'll have to take a stress for that. He also gets to do 2 damage with the star. So that leads this up to 6 damage. The artifact needs 20 damage to be destroyed. And we discarded our Discovery card here. He's also taken an initial Insanity, so he's moved that up as well. Okay, so that's going to do it for Father Luke's action phase. Let's go into Father Luke's Mythos phase. So Father Luke gets Bury It Deep. If there are any dig issues in your space, remove them all. Otherwise, summon 1 cultist in your space. So there is a dig token here. We will remove it. And let's get another Elder Sign. So now we have 2 Elder Signs in the pile. Okay, so next is Investigator Fight. We get a Discovery card, the White Hat. So we get the Drifter. When you have him, you gain 1 level in marksmanship. So great. He gets to have a marksman, which means he can attack from a space away. So let's get the marksman token here. Add it to his board. Toughness, toughness, brawling, marksman. So now Father Luke also has the marksman, and he can target from 1 space away. I like these supplementary powers that you can get as a result of a Mythos card. It's pretty cool. So, in the sense of, yeah, so now he also has this +3 hit points, and she has +2 hit points. So they have extra damage that they can take. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for Father Luke. Let's move on to Helia's turn 5. Again, she will deal damage to the device. And she does 1 damage. Let's have her roll again. She does 2 damage. And let's have her roll again. She gains an Insanity and does 3 damage. Okay, so yeah, the artifact is slowly getting damaged. Let's see what happens in our Mythos card. And we get a Frenzied Cultist. Each cultist moves 1 space towards you. So cultists are on the move. They are in a frenzy. Wounded cultists move 2 spaces. Well, we don't have any wounded cultists, but we do have our third Elder Sign. So let's go ahead and resolve her Discovery card. Dynamite. Discard this card to deal 3 wounds to figures in your space. If the artifact is there, deal 5 wounds. Okay, so she can keep this in dynamite when things come toward us. So it's sort of like a bomb tornado thing. Okay, so that is going to do it for her investigator fight scene. And let's move into the 4th phase, resolve end of turn. We have 1, 2, 3 elder signs. We'll shuffle these back into the deck. And that means our Great Old One is in stage 2. Black Goat of the Woods, stage 2, says, whenever revealed, summon the Black Goat of the Woods into your space. Then move all Dark Young 1 space towards you. Well, this is not good. This is not good at all. So, Black Goat of the Woods advances and is in our space. And then also, whenever the Black Goat takes any wounds, move the Dark Young closest. So the Dark Young on the board are also moving 1 space toward him, so this moves over 1, and this Dark Young is now in the room with us. Wow. Okay, so that's we're in trouble here. So we'll have to resolve that in the next turn. So come check us out. Let's see how our investigators face off against the Black Goat of the Woods, a Dark Young, and still do damage to this artifact. So it's really come down to a slugfest here. Okay, we'll see you in the next turn. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.